with death. Because we know food clogs your arteries. We know that it produces plaque. We know that the cholesterol in the food we're eating actually hardens our arteries. We actually know that each and every time we overeat is each and every time that we get heartburn, some kind of gastrointestinal issue happening, you wind up nauseous, your stomach running off, all of these things because we've started a covenant with gluttony. You know, sometimes you're full, but just because that plate just tasted so good, it's like God has moved in that kitchen himself. Let me get another plate. You full, but it's just like, you try to find room, you whip it up, try to belch, and that's the beginning, literally, of GERD. Because you got to force a belch up in order to get the food down and stay down. But where does GERD lead to? Sometimes GERD can lead to intestinal cancer. But we don't know every time we overeat, we're making a covenant with these demons. Heart attack, we're making a covenant with these demons. Sugar diabetes, we're making a covenant with these demons. All of these things are designed to put us in the grave before our time. And then, not to mention, what if your family is predisposed to heart disease, diabetes, and all that kind of stuff like that? Then you got to do the exact opposite of what Grandma was doing. Grandma was used to making food in the kitchen. You know, it was a fun thing to do in the family, get your legs cut off. But now, but now, we see where it's bringing damage and bodily damage because our soul is damaged because of demonic activity. So now we have to begin to truly examine how to get these demons up out of us. So do you cough and they come out? Do you scream and they come out? If you had a demon that's ancient operating in your family, I'm talking Adam and Eve can pass this down to your blood, and it's just like, everybody got this issue. Child, if you just coughing, I promise you it's still there. You will have to scream that one out and get that whole entire entity and his friends about you. Yeah. Coughing doesn't just move it, it breaks it up. We'll see people cough in service. I don't know based on the sound of the cough if it's a manifestation. And that's fine. That means that the word is starting to put pressure on them to loosen them up and get them about you, which is fine. I prefer that. Sneezing, incessant sneezing during service. Now you know we're trying to get this word off. And you steady sneezing, you have a spirit that is in action. Either A, trying to distract the word, or B, it's getting loosened up. Then you have the level of purging where it's just going all in a bag. It's happening in that bag. It's happening in that bag. It's happening in the bag. That's purging. But that doesn't mean that the demon entity is gone. It means you're being sanctified in your inward parts. You're being washed clean. That's it. So the demon can still try to reside. They're like, why am I going to pack my bags? You purge all day. But guess what? When you go home, porn in them finna be waiting for you. Or people pass gas. They be like, and that will smell like hell itself. It's like, I know you ain't eating nothing that smell that horrible. That is coming up out you. But that means that the spirit of it is trying to escape. And they're leaving, or they're trying to leave by the closest orifice. Everywhere that you have an opening inside of your body is a gate. So your nostrils are a gate, your eyes are a gate, your ears are a gate, your mouth is a gate, and your reproductive tract, there's holes in everybody's reproductive tract, that's a gate. Inside of your butt, there's a gate. But what we fail to recognize as a gate, and they don't teach on this, is your skin. Mm-hmm. Your skin is the largest organ on your entire body with the most pores and the most openings and closings. So your skin is a portal. So when you see people in Sesame sweating during service, they're in full manifestation. Let them sweat. Scratching that too. And even the Lord had to reveal to me, I had been diagnosed with PMLE this summer. Polylight amorphous eruption syndrome, something like that. And it's an actual allergic reaction to the sun. And that thing actually hinders so much work in my life because I don't want to go outside. It's like I know the moment I step outside, it's going to feel like the sun is beating up on me, and I start to burn instantly. It's like my body has been set on fire. It feels like a match. Someone set me on fire and let me burn. Then I start getting welts, then I start itching, and then the rash will appear, the hives. Okay, this has been going on since I was a child. Lord, exactly what is this? And he said, it's a demonic reaction. Scripture tells us that we are to command our morning because there are specific demons that even exit and enter through the sun. The sun is a portal. So you have to begin to know what you're coming in contact with. So me, I like to stay in cool environments because I know if I overheat just a little bit, I start scratching and looking high-vis. What's happening? It is an opening. So the demons actually look for an escape exit even through rashes and sweating. Itching, reactions. So when a person puts in something in their body and they're allergic to it and they start to get hives and rashes, that's actually demonic reaction. It's demonic activity happening. But we just want to just leave it as it's a medical issue. Don't give my child peanuts. When there's really something demonic going on, there's a underlying source that you cannot see and medical science will never prove because you can't see it. Okay. The next thing is there are specific demons that are illnesses that are demon motivated. Asthma is demon motivated because what's steadily happening with asthma? Your body is nothing but sacs and tubes, plenty of them. There's not one organ that does not take on the form of a sac or a tube. Your heart is a sac with tubes leading out of it. Your lungs are sacs. Your kidneys are sacs. Your bladder is a sac. Your reproductive tract, sac and tubes. Your intestines, tubes. Esophagus, tubes. Like nothing but veins, tubes. Nothing but sacs and tubes inside of your entire body. Now what happens is with asthma, your sacs, your air sac, and they're literally called an air sac, your air sac becomes inflamed because the bronchial tube, isn't that funny, is now irritated, and there's an irritant in there, so it causes hyperventilation and coughing, which lets you know if it's coughing is something spiritual going on with your body. It's not just allergic reaction, there's some kind of demon activity at work in your body. At this time, that's why that demon actually takes people out of here. Because it starts to interact and cause a chemical reaction in your body so it can move you right